The abandoned shipyard floated in the void like a graveyard of forgotten dreams. Twisted metal frames jutted out at impossible angles, and the skeletal remains of colony vessels drifted in slow, eternal circles around the central structure. No one had ventured here in over 2 decades, not since the collapse. When the mega-corporations abandoned their projects and left their secrets to rust in the darkness of space, Ethan Cole wasn't supposed to be here either. His small repair shuttle, the dusty wrench, hung motionless near the shipyard's outer perimeter. Through the viewport, Ethan studied the massive structure before him, his weathered face illuminated by the pale glow of distant stars. Somewhere in that labyrinth of dead ships was the Prometheus Dawn, a prototype vessel rumored to possess a quantum drive that could revolutionize space travel. More importantly, it could save the colony on Kepler 442b from starvation. Their supply ships had been destroyed in a pirate raid, and winter was coming. Ethan wasn't a hero. He was just a mechanic who'd spent 30 years fixing broken things that everyone else had given up on. But when the Colony Council had mentioned the Prometheus Dawn, he'd seen hope flicker in the eyes of the children. That was enough. He guided his shuttle through the debris field with practiced ease, decades of experience making the dangerous navigation almost meditative. The shipyard's central dock loomed ahead, its massive bay doors still partially open. An invitation or a trap? He couldn't tell which. As the dusty wrench settled onto the dock surface with a gentle thud, Ethan ran through his mental checklist. Oxygen, 6 hours. Power cells, fully charged. Weapons, none. He'd never believed in carrying guns. In his experience, most problems in the universe could be solved with the right words and a willingness to listen. The airlock hissed open, and Ethan stepped into the darkness of the shipyard. His helmet lamp cut through the shadows, revealing a vast chamber filled with half-assembled ships and construction equipment, frozen in time. Frost covered every surface, glittering like diamonds in his light. According to the fragmented data he'd purchased from an information broker on Station Kepler, the Prometheus Dawn was in Bay 7, deep in the shipyard's heart. Ethan moved carefully through the corridors, his magnetic boots clicking against the metal floor with each step. That's when he heard it. A sound like knives scraping against stone, multiplied 100-fold. Ethan froze. The sound came from everywhere and nowhere, echoing through the empty halls. Then he saw it emerging from the shadows ahead. Unit 47, designation RX-9. The security robot was a nightmare given form. 8 articulated legs, each ending in razor-sharp points, carried a body the size of a small vehicle. Its main chassis bristled with weapon ports, and a cluster of optical sensors glowed an ominous red in the darkness. The robot moved with terrifying grace, each leg finding purchase with mechanical precision. Ethan's heart hammered in his chest. The corporation that had built this place had spared no expense on security. RX-9 had been designed for one purpose: to kill intruders. The robot's sensors locked onto him, and a synthesized voice echoed through his helmet's comms. Intruder detected. Termination protocol initiated. You have 10 seconds to comply. Ethan raised his hand slowly, his mind racing. No weapons. No way to fight. Just him and a killing machine designed by the best engineers corporate money could buy. 9, 8, 7, wait, Ethan called out, but the countdown continued. 6, 5. This was it. He was going to die in this frozen graveyard, and the colony would starve. All those children. 4, 3. But then Ethan remembered something. A lesson from decades ago when he'd first started as a mechanic's apprentice. His mentor, old Marcus, had told him, "Machines aren't so different from people, kid. They want purpose. They want to matter, too." Ethan looked directly into RX-9's optical cluster and spoke 3 words. 3 simple words that changed everything. I need help. The countdown stopped. Silence filled the corridor. RX-9's legs trembled slightly, and its optical sensors flickered from red to amber, then to a confused yellow. The robot tilted its chassis, processing. Query. Help. Definition. Assistance provided to one in need. Contradiction detected. Protocol designates you. Intruder. Protocol designates intruders, targets. Ethan kept his hands raised but took a small step forward. I know what your protocol says, but I'm not here to steal or destroy. There's a colony, Thousands of people, including children, who are going to die if I don't find the Prometheus Dawn. They need that quantum drive. I need that quantum drive, and I can't get it without help. The robot's legs shifted, a remarkably organic gesture of uncertainty. Query. Children, vulnerable human offspring requiring protection. Yes, Ethan said softly. They need protection. They need food, supplies, a future. That ship can provide it. Arach-9's sensors cycled through several colors, yellow, blue, green, back to yellow. Its internal processors were clearly struggling with something it had never encountered before. A moral dilemma. Primary directive: protect corporate assets. Secondary directive: neutralize threats. Tertiary directive. The robot paused. Tertiary directive: preserve human life when possible. Ethan felt hope kindle in his chest. You were built to protect, weren't you? Not just assets, but people. The corporation is gone. There's no one left to protect here. But there are people out there, real people, who need protecting now. The robot's legs lowered slightly, bringing its chassis closer to the ground. When it spoke again, its synthesized voice carried something that almost sounded like sadness. Query: Unit 47 has guarded this facility for 7,847 days. 0 intrusions successfully repelled. 0 assets protected. Purpose: uncertain. Ethan understood. This machine had spent 20 years alone in the dark, guarding nothing, protecting no one, just existing without meaning. Your purpose is whatever you choose it to be, Ethan said. You can help me save those people. That would be protecting something that matters. Arach-9's optical sensors turned a steady green. Decision: new protocol accepted. Unit 47 will assist human Ethan Cole in retrieval mission. Directive: protect human life. The robot turned, its legs moving in perfect synchronization. Follow Bay 7. Is this direction? Warning: multiple structural hazards present. Unit 47 will ensure safe passage. As Ethan followed the spider-like robot through the darkened shipyard, he couldn't help but smile. In all his years as a mechanic, he'd learned one fundamental truth. Everything, machines, people, even killer robots, just wanted to matter. They wanted to serve a purpose greater than themselves. Sometimes, all you had to do was ask for help. Together, the mechanic and the machine made their way toward Bay 7, toward hope, toward a future where a colony would survive and a forgotten guardian would finally find meaning in the darkness.